Hello, Judy Keating here again with Wise Transformation. And Lughnasadh is fast approaching. That's that cross-quarter day between the autumnal equinox and summer solstice. It's that turn in the corner of summer where we're harvesting all these great crops and we're harvesting all of the light and the play and the fun that we had since the start of summer. And I am so honored that these three women in particular, dear friends of mine, each agreed to come and play and dance and enjoy, giving you new perspectives, giving you fun, and giving you a way to propel forward in the next quarter. I'm especially grateful that Annika Ford, known as Goddess Annika, aka the Playful Priestess, she's the founder of Rest Sister Rest and Goddess Evolution LLC, decided to join us. Annika is a high vibrational, divine feminine leader, and I can tell you from being in her presence, there is no truer sentence than that. She helps her clients and friends eliminate deep-rooted issues around hurt, disappointment, rejection, abandonment, grief, shame, and guilt. Some of the themes around her work include intuitive readings, goddess retreats and parties, sacred rest, which we're going to hear more about, and intentional breath work. You can find her at goddessevolutionllc.com. Annika, it is my honor to have you here today. Welcome.
Mm, So glad to be here. Thank you.
So, as goddesses and priestesses, we're so tuned into nature because we understand that we are part of her creation, that we are organic and we dance with nature. But how does aligning with nature help you personally in both your creative and business endeavors?
Nature helps me in so many ways because, first off, it helps me to stay grounded.
Mm,
I spend a lot of time outside every day, regardless of the weather. And I feel that when I'm outside in nature, just allowing myself to tap into the sacredness of looking at the trees, the flowers, the birds, the bees. It helps me to stay connected to the essence of all that is, that source that uh, that we are all individualized as pure form, pure love.
mm.
And so when I'm out in nature, it helps me to stay tapped in and grounded in the awareness that I am one with all there is, and there is no separation. Yeah.
Wow. So this time of year is a season of harvest. Lughnasadh in the northern hemisphere, anyway. I like to speak to the whole world. So in the northern hemisphere, we're experiencing the Lughnasadh harvest time. What is one practice or suggestion that you give to your clients to harvest for themselves?
Now, I want to kind of circle back to that first question about nature. I also wanted to just add that I do feel that in this time, specifically since the initiation of the pandemic and all of the things that's happening on the earth, I feel that as individuals, staying grounded is a necessary key for moving and being and presencing the world. And when we are scattered or anxious or so attached to life and not understanding the beauty that exists because we're so caught up in what we see, that's a necessary ingredient for us to remain in a very grounded way of being. Because I know for me, when I'm grounded, I'm able to navigate this third dimensional experience called humanity
Mm,
in a much more peaceful and aligned way. And so that leads into what I offer my clients. I offer them um, the invitation, let me say that, the invitation to step into a more grounded, softer way of being. And the way that we do that, because I also invite them to go into nature because that helps me so much. But another thing that I also invite them into is silence and solitude to allow room for contemplation and integration. You know, we can listen to all of the podcasts, we can read all the books, we can go to all the workshops, we can do all the things because information overload is the order of the day.
mm,
However, even though we have all this information, that doesn't mean anything if we don't take the time to contemplate and integrate the information so that we can embody and operate from, not just head knowledge, but we can operate from the information that we integrate into our bones, our breath, our being, so that it's just not, we're not walking Rolodexes, or we're not walking file cabinets of just information. We are fully embodying the information so that when we step out or when we speak or when anyone comes into our field of presence, that they can sense like, hey, I really feel this woman's energy. And it's not like this headspace or egoic way of being, but it's a heart, it's a heart resonance because we've spent the time in stillness and silence and solitude for contemplation and integration. So I feel that that's necessary for everybody if we're going to continue to transcend the limitations that the world want to continue to project on us.
mm.
And
Really hear that. Yeah.
um,
So you're going to be facilitating a specific event, and I love this. Your talk is called Slowing Down to Speed Up, and it's based upon some creativity of your own making. So, can you share with us maybe just a tidbit or a glimpse of what people are going to get when they come?
yeah, so slowing down the speed up. I am a recovering rushaholic. I tell you.
Oh, laughter of recognition here.
Yeah. I I will rush around and do everything. Rush, 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 hurry, 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 go, go, go. Fast, fast, fast. And what I realized, living that type of life, I was burning myself out.
Mm,
And what I also realized is that I wasn't present. And because I wasn't present, I would lose my keys all the time or stomp my toe or, whatever. I would just always have those experiences because I was always hurry, 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 eating fast,
mm,
showering fast, walking fast, talking fast, doing everything faster. And even though I was multitasking and giving the illusion and the appearance that I was speeding and in the name of productivity, because that's all
mm,
it's about, living in this world of productivity, I gave the appearance and the illusion that I was, being productive, but in essence, I wasn't.
mm,
I was making a lot of mistakes and hurting myself in the process, and I was missing out on this experience that we call human life. And what I found out is when I gave myself permission to slow down and smell the roses. I mean, literally slow down and be with myself, slow down my speech, slow down the way I breathe, slow down the way I eat, even the way I drink water, when I drink coffee, whatever it is. When I get out of the shower, instead of me hurrying up, trying to shower really quickly so I can move on to the next thing, I can just drop into the present moment and be with it and appreciate just this moment by moment by moment instead of what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next. Because the thing about it is there's no guarantee that the next is going to come.
Mm,
We can be here at this moment and not here at the next. Life is very unpredictable and it's very uncertain. And so we're so caught up in the next, the next, the next. We are going to constantly miss out on this experience called life.
mm,
So when we slow down and we make it a practice, then we actually speed up the savoring, the majesty, the beauty of life. And we're just in it instead of hurrying all along trying to get it over with. Because trust me, Lee, you will be 20 one day and then wake up the next day and you're 50 and 60 years old and don't even remember your life because it's a
mm,
blur because you were rushing through the entire thing. And I speak that from personal experience. And so slowing down to speed up has been the magic that is allowing me to step more fully into the woman that I am destined and created to be. It's allowing me to tap into being the embodiment of love, which is my soul's purpose and agenda. There's no
mm,
other thing but love. And I also realize is that when I'm moving so quickly and so fast, that I'm not able to, for me, I'm not really able to tap into the fullness of what it means to be loved, you know?
mm.
So, yeah.
Well, you
Mhm.
can see why I'm so excited that this Sunday I get to sit in circle with beautiful goddess Annika. And before we close out, I just want people to know that you're also an author. Tell
Yeah.
us about your book, and I'll have a link to the book in the show notes for our interview.
Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. So the book is called The Stop Principle Secrets for Living a Sovereign Life.
Mm,
And yeah, and I created this book right when the pandemic initiated in 2020. And it was a love offering to myself. I wanted to leave a legacy of love on the planet. And I feel that my legacy of love is supporting women in alchemizing their lives through the art of slowing down and understanding the necessity of intentional breath and knowing that the breath is a healing tool that accelerates the healing process. So, whatever we're going through in our lives, if we're able to drop into the breath and breathe into whatever it is, then we can become our own healer. And the book is also a love offering of understanding the importance of inner observation and knowing the triggers that we have and being in a place of curiosity. And when we know that there's something that pushes our buttons, instead of reacting, which means to act again, acting in the way that you've acted before, you're
mm,
no longer acting that way. Again, you are responding to what is present and you're using that as information, as insight, as ways of understanding who you are. Because when you're curious, like, wonder what made me, wonder what made me trigger, wonder why that pushed my buttons or why did that make me upset? Or, well, actually, nothing can make you upset. It's a choice.
mm,
You come upset because there's something within you that is initiating that response. And it's an invitation for you to dive deeper and find out what is that. Because if you continue to deny or reject or disown or avoid or not even have a willingness to dive deeper, you're going to miss those really good gems that give
mm.
you information of who you are and why you're showing up the way that you're showing up. And it's also a book about, you know, diving more into presence and mindfulness. Because when you are able to just stop and breathe into what is it in me that's initiating this reaction that I'm having, and then playing with it. instead of judging it and making it bad, like, oh my God, here I am. I'm upset again. Oh my God, I'm freaking out again. Instead of judging it, just being a little bit more playful and
Mm,
um, joyful with it. Huh, I see you. Hmm, I'm going back here again. What is that about? And play with it and not
mm,
judge it and get curious. Because once you do that, you will deepen into a level of so much self-intimacy in a way
mm,
that you never knew before, and that you begin day after day after day, allowing your life become your own inner ashram. You don't even have to go to India or
mm,
anywhere outside of yourself. Your own life become your living laboratory, your own school. Just only observing yourself, and
mm,
you will be able to investigate to find out who you are. And so the stop principle, I feel, supports women in finding out who they are and building higher levels of self-intimacy so they can be the absolute best person that they are created to be.
mm. Makes me excited for Sunday. And of course, you can buy the book and stay connected with Goddess Annika. But thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to slow down enough to have a little conversation with me. And if you are interested in this phenomenal event, Illuminating Your Soul, the Lughnasadh edition, you can go to wisetransformation.com. You'll see big and bold is the Illuminating Your Soul button. You can sign up there, and we have the option, if you want to just come for the day on Sunday, you can pay the $21 for that event. Or if you're interested in other brilliant women like Annika, you can watch the recordings from earlier this year, and you can be present for this beautiful Sunday coming up, and you can be with us for Samhain. So whatever, and that's $69. So whichever is right for you, we just invite you to come and play and be with us and enrich the experience by being fully present as Annika starts us off with helping us to slow down. So when we speed up, we're intentional about it. Thank you so much, Annika.
Thank you. Appreciate you.